King Charles has been mediocre, and he must cease depending on Princess Kate to preserve the company. The coronation of King Charles in May was a magnificent display of pomp and splendor. But aside from that, his reign has been fairly boring and bland, and this needs to change. King Charles ascended to the throne on September 8, 2023, 1 year after the passing of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. It began with a poignant, flawlessly delivered statement to the nation in the moments following the Queen's passing. But things took a turn for the worst when he threw a fit in front of the world's media over a pen. The first few weeks, though, were difficult, and he kept the country and the royal family together at a time when we most needed him, ensuring that everything related to her funeral and other activities went off without a hitch. With the release of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Netflix documentary series, Harry's explosive memoir, and Prince Andrew's attempts to rejoin the royal front line, the months that followed have been marked by a flurry of family conflicts. Angela Kelly, a former personal confidant and dresser to Queen Elizabeth, was fired, and this generated headlines and detracted attention from King Charles, who was in charge. But what exactly has he achieved this year? A change in reign is never simple, especially after losing someone who was so adored. But other from the coronation, nothing else comes to memory. He may have guided the ship through a turbulent period. Many have criticized him for not prioritizing Commonwealth states in his first year in office because he only traveled to Germany and had to postpone a trip to France because of the violent protests that were going on at the time. He has squeezed in visits to all 4 of the UK's countries and to many different parts of the country, including York, Wrexham, Manchester, and Street Ives. But that is just part of the duty of a monarch, and it isn't doing anything to stem the tide of public opinion against the monarchy. According to YouGov polling, 3/4 of Britons, 75%, believed the monarchy should continue. However, this percentage is declining. This dropped to 64% in April 2020 before increasing to 70% in October, spurred by the Queen's public statements of support during the COVID-19 pandemic. The percentage was 67% in the months following the Queen's passing in September 2018, and the most recent study, conducted in August 2023, revealed a modest decline to 62%. The generation gap is the most concerning statistic, with only 3 out of 10 18 to 24-year-olds believing the royal family is good for Britain, and 40% preferring an elected head of state. In contrast, the majority of the elderly, including 80% of those over 65, support the royals. Younger people's lack of support is noteworthy because, in 2012, nearly 3/4 of those between the ages of 18 and 24 supported the monarchy. These are numbers that undoubtedly worry the palace. The Prince and Princess of Wales, 2 of the most well-liked members of the royal family because of their capacity to keep the firm grounded and current, appear to be the king's preferred choice. When Kate is out and about, her images appear on the top page and crowds of people swarm to see her. Kate is the one with all the appeal. However, when the king and queen leave, no matter how significant or urgent the visit, it rarely causes a stir. But he can't only rely on the Wales's popularity to carry him through. He also needs to concentrate on his own charm and relationships with the populace. At 74, it's not easy, but a few journeys to Commonwealth countries and the announcement of a few public initiatives would assist demonstrate to the public that he is more than just a symbolic figure keeping his son's seat warm. While palace officials are outraged by the notion that the king is just acting as William's caretaker and are eager to emphasize that he has his own agenda of climate, community, Commonwealth, and culture without action, it's difficult to change that perception.